The Sahara Desert is much more than endless sand and blazing sun. It's a land where history, nature, and survival all converge in one breathtaking panorama. For thousands of years, the Sahara has been more than just a vast expanse of desert. It was once a greener world, full of life, where early humans thrived. Ancient tools and intricate cave paintings tell stories of civilizations that found ways to live in this extreme environment, long before the Sahara became the arid, mysterious land we know today. Over time, these ancient peoples developed ingenious survival techniques and created trade routes that connected the Sahara to other parts of Africa. The Sahara spans across 11 countries and covers over 9 million square kilometers. That's the size of the entire United States. Its landscape is as diverse as it is massive, ranging from colossal sand dunes to towering mountains and endless rocky plains. And don't forget the temperatures. During the day, it can reach a sweltering 122 degrees Fahrenheit, only to drop below freezing at night. Talk about a challenge for anything, or anyone, brave enough to survive here. The tenacious flora of the Sahara, nature's ultimate survivors. It may seem like nothing could survive in such an unforgiving environment, but the Sahara's plant life is full of surprises. While greenery is sparse, the plants that thrive here are truly remarkable. The date palm, for example, stands tall in oases, providing food, shade, and creating small, cooler pockets where other plants can grow. The desert acacia, with its deep roots, taps into water hidden far below the surface, while resilient cacti store water for months, enduring long dry seasons like desert experts. These tough plants are essential for human survival and provide critical resources for the wildlife that depends on them. It's incredible how life adapts to the harshest conditions, finding a way to flourish even here. The ever-changing landscape of the Sahara, salt lakes, and moving dunes. The geography of the Sahara is as vast as it is dynamic, constantly being reshaped by nature. One of the desert's most fascinating features is its salt lakes, also known as sabkhas. These salt flats are the remnants of ancient lakes that dried up long ago, leaving behind gleaming salt crusts that shimmer under the intense desert sun. Every now and then, heavy rains temporarily fill these dried-out basins, transforming the landscape into a lively oasis. Migratory birds and other wildlife quickly flock to these wetlands. But this moment of abundance doesn't last long. The water evaporates just as quickly as it arrives, leaving behind a stark, salt-encrusted surface. And let's not forget the Sahara's famous sand dunes, which are some of the tallest in the world, rising to heights of over 180 meters. But here's the thing. These dunes are constantly on the move, sculpted and reshaped by the powerful desert winds. They're not just piles of sand. They're ever-changing landscapes, forming and reforming as the wind shifts grains of sand from one place to another. So, whether you're trekking across them or simply admiring them, the Sahara is never quite the same, always offering new views and challenges. Oases, the lifeblood of the Sahara. In the seemingly endless stretch of the Sahara, oases are like hidden gems, providing vital resources such as water, shade, and life itself. These small green patches are essential for both the people and wildlife of the desert, giving them the chance to survive in an otherwise harsh and barren land. Oases are often fed by underground springs or aquifers that bring water to the surface, creating small, fertile paradises. Towering date palms are a common sight in these areas, offering not just food, but shelter and material for building as well. The date palm is more than just a plant. It's a lifeline for the local populations and weary travelers passing through. Farmers in these oases have mastered the art of growing crops in such tough conditions, producing everything from vegetables and grains to fruits using precise irrigation systems. For centuries, these oases have been crucial stops for caravans crossing the Sahara, serving as trade hubs and social centers. Without these pockets of life, much of the Sahara would be completely inhospitable. They're not just lifelines for the desert, they're the heart and soul of survival in this vast, sandy wilderness. The Ahaggar Mountains and the nomadic Tuareg people, nature's masterpiece and the desert's resilient guardians. When people think of the Sahara, vast stretches of sand dunes usually come to mind, but the Sahara is far more diverse. The Ahaggar Mountains in southern Algeria offer a striking contrast to the flat, sandy landscape, with their towering peaks and rugged plateaus standing proudly amidst the desert. These mountains are not recent formations. They were shaped by tectonic forces over millions of years, making them a living record of the region's geological history. The Ahaggar Mountains are more than just a natural wonder. They also hold significant historical value. Ancient rock art found throughout the area depicts a time when the Sahara was much greener, filled with rivers, lakes, and forests. Animals like hippos, crocodiles, and giraffes once roamed the land, and people thrived by farming and raising livestock before climate change expanded the desert and forced them to adapt or move to greener pastures. Among the people who have adapted to this changing landscape are the resilient Tuareg, known as the Blue People, due to their vibrant indigo robes. For centuries, the Tuareg have called the Sahara home, mastering its harsh environment and developing a deep connection to the desert. Expert navigators, they use the stars to guide them through the vast wilderness, following ancient trade routes in search of water, food, and shelter. Camels are essential to their survival, allowing the Tuareg to travel great distances, carry goods for trade, and find the resources they need in the desert. But the Tuareg are more than just desert travelers. They are the keepers of a rich cultural heritage that includes storytelling, music, and art. Their traditions continue to thrive, even as modern influences creep into their world, and they remain a vital link between North Africa and sub-Saharan Africa, keeping ancient trade routes alive. Timbuktu, the legendary city of knowledge and trade. Timbuktu, a name that conjures images of adventure, exploration, and ancient wisdom, sits on the southern edge of the Sahara. In its heyday, during the 14th and 15th centuries, it was one of the most important centers of trade and learning in the world. Under the Mali Empire, Timbuktu flourished as a hub where traders from across North Africa, the Mediterranean, and sub-Saharan Africa came to exchange goods like gold, salt, and precious manuscripts. But Timbuktu was not just a commercial city. It was a beacon of intellectual life. Scholars from the Islamic world gathered here to teach, and study at its renowned universities and libraries, where vast collections of manuscripts covered topics from science and philosophy to religion and law. The city connected distant regions, creating a cultural crossroads where ideas and knowledge flowed freely alongside commerce. Although its influence has waned over the centuries, Timbuktu's legacy as a center of learning and trade endures. Many of its ancient manuscripts have survived the passage of time, preserving the intellectual and spiritual wisdom of this legendary city. Today, Timbuktu remains a symbol of the Sahara's rich history, inspiring scholars and travelers alike with its enduring spirit of knowledge and exploration. The Sahara's stony wilderness, regs and hamadas. While many associate the Sahara with endless sand dunes, much of the desert is made up of rocky plains known as regs and barren plateaus called hamadas. These rugged landscapes, shaped by millions of years of wind and erosion, stretch across vast expanses, creating a raw, almost otherworldly beauty. Covered in gravel, stones, and larger rocks, the regs and hamadas stand in stark contrast to the smoother, sandy parts of the desert, offering a different kind of wilderness for those who venture into these areas. Though they may seem lifeless at first glance, these rocky plains are home to unique ecosystems. Plants and animals, specially adapted to the harsh, stony environment, manage to thrive, proving that life can find a way even in the most challenging conditions. The regs and hamadas might not be as famous as the towering sand dunes, but they are a testament to the enduring power of nature, showing how the Sahara's landscape has been shaped over millennia by wind, erosion, and the forces of time. These rocky expanses tell the ancient geological story of the Sahara, highlighting the complexity and diversity of this vast desert. The majestic dunes of Morocco, a desert paradise for travelers. When you think of the Sahara, the first thing that often comes to mind is its towering sand dunes, and nowhere are they more stunning than in Morocco. The Erg Chebi Dunes, with their dramatic rise against the horizon, have become one of the most sought-after destinations for those wanting to experience the beauty and tranquility of the desert. Some of these majestic dunes reach up to 150 meters in height, offering visitors breathtaking views and the chance to truly immerse themselves in the vast, serene landscape of the Sahara. There's something magical about the way the light and shadows dance on the dunes, especially during sunrise and sunset. The ever-changing colors of the sand create a spectacle that has drawn photographers, adventurers, and nature lovers from all over the globe. For those craving a deeper experience, camel treks and overnight stays in traditional Berber tents provide an unforgettable opportunity to connect with the desert's ancient rhythms. The dunes of Morocco are more than just a tourist attraction. They represent the timeless allure of the Sahara, giving travelers a unique chance to explore one of the world's most extraordinary natural wonders. The hidden treasures beneath the Sahara, a wealth of minerals. The Sahara Desert isn't just sand and rock on the surface. Beneath its vast stretches lies a treasure trove of valuable resources that fuel the economies of many nations. Buried beneath the desert are minerals like phosphates, iron, copper, and oil, waiting to be extracted and utilized. These resources are crucial for the economic growth of the countries that share the Sahara, providing much-needed revenue and development opportunities. But tapping into these hidden riches is no easy task. The extreme conditions of the desert, combined with the remote locations of many mining sites, make extraction both challenging and expensive. And it's not just about the logistics. The environmental and social impact of mining in such a fragile ecosystem must be carefully managed. The delicate balance of life in the Sahara could be disrupted by unchecked exploitation, so there's a need for sustainable development practices that protect both the desert's ecosystems and the communities that depend on it. The mineral wealth of the Sahara holds immense potential for economic growth, but it also comes with significant responsibilities that must be carefully addressed. The Sahara's geological and ecological wonders. The Sahara Desert is far more than a seemingly endless expanse of sand and towering dunes. It's a vast geological treasure trove, telling a story that stretches back billions of years. Beneath the surface, the Sahara hides some of the oldest and most fascinating rock formations on Earth. These rocks, shaped by immense tectonic forces, volcanic eruptions, and the unrelenting power of erosion, offer scientists a glimpse into the past, showing how the landscape has shifted and transformed over millennia. At one point, this immense desert wasn't the dry, inhospitable place we know today. It was once a thriving, green ecosystem, teeming with rivers, lakes, and lush vegetation. Ancient clues embedded in the rock layers tell a tale of a Sahara that was alive with diverse wildlife and flourishing communities. Climate change dramatically altered this landscape, turning it into the arid desert we see now. But the Sahara's rocks preserve the memory of this greener past. Rain, while incredibly rare, is a miraculous event in the Sahara, capable of transforming the barren landscape almost overnight. When the skies finally release their precious droplets, the desert comes to life. Plants sprout from the ground, and flowers bloom in a fleeting display of color and beauty. These moments of abundance bring animals and birds to temporary oases, offering them a brief but essential lifeline. Rainwater seeps into underground aquifers, which sustain the oases scattered throughout the desert. These oases are critical not only for wildlife, but for the people who rely on them for survival, providing a vital source of water in an otherwise harsh environment. The Sahara's influence is not confined to its own borders. The desert's infamous sandstorms can transport sand particles across continents, with some even reaching the Amazon rainforest. Remarkably, this desert dust plays a crucial role in fertilizing the Amazon soil, underscoring the deep ecological connections between distant regions. These sandstorms, while fascinating, can also be destructive, reducing visibility and damaging infrastructure in the areas they pass through. Despite their challenges, they highlight how even the harshest environments contribute to the Earth's overall balance and health. The Sahara in myths, legends, and rock art. The Sahara has long been a land of fascination, mystery, and danger, inspiring countless myths, legends, and stories across cultures. Its sheer size and harsh conditions have made it a symbol of both awe and fear throughout history. For thousands of years, caravans laden with treasures and goods ventured across the desert, representing not only trade, but also the human spirit of adventure and discovery. These journeys were often seen as acts of bravery and endurance, with travelers navigating an unforgiving terrain in search of wealth, knowledge, or spiritual enlightenment. In many cultures, the Sahara was more than a physical barrier. It was a spiritual one. To survive the desert was to prove oneself strong, both physically and mentally. For some, the desert represented a place of testing, where only the resilient could survive its extremes. It served as both a divide and a bridge between civilizations, shaping the history of empires and trade routes, while its mysteries and legends continue to captivate the imagination of adventurers and storytellers alike. One of the most fascinating remnants of this ancient past is the rock art found deep within the Sahara, particularly in places like Tassili Najar. These ancient artworks depict scenes of a much greener Sahara, filled with rivers, lakes, and animals like giraffes, elephants, and crocodiles, creatures that have long since disappeared from the region. These images provide an invaluable glimpse into a time when human civilizations thrived in what was once a fertile and abundant land. The rock art also reveals the daily lives of the people who lived there, showing them hunting, gathering, dancing, and celebrating their culture. These artworks are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of early civilizations that found a way to thrive in harmony with their environment before the Sahara transformed into the desert we know today. Desert survivors, animals of the Sahara. Despite the extreme conditions of the Sahara, it is home to an impressive variety of animals, each uniquely adapted to survive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. These creatures have developed remarkable strategies for staying cool, conserving water, and hunting for scarce food sources, demonstrating the resilience of life even in the harshest climates. Among these desert survivors is the horned viper, a small but deadly snake with distinctive horns above its eyes. This master of camouflage can blend seamlessly into the desert sands, waiting patiently to ambush its prey. By burying itself in the sand during the hottest parts of the day, it escapes the scorching sun, leaving only its eyes and nostrils exposed. When an unsuspecting small mammal or lizard comes too close, the viper strikes with lightning speed, delivering a venomous bite. Despite its size, the horned viper plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of the desert ecosystem by controlling populations of rodents and insects, preventing them from overrunning the fragile environment. Another iconic creature of the Sahara is the fennec fox, the smallest member of the fox family. With its oversized ears and tiny body, the fennec is perfectly adapted for life in the desert. Its large ears help dissipate heat and allow it to hear prey moving beneath the sand, while its pale fur provides excellent camouflage and protection from the desert's extreme temperatures. The fennec is nocturnal, spending the hot days in cool underground burrows and emerging at night to hunt. Its diet is surprisingly varied, including insects, small mammals, birds, and fruits, making it a versatile and agile hunter, capable of thriving in this harsh environment. Perhaps the most famous desert animal is the camel, often referred to as the ship of the desert, for its ability to carry people and goods across the vast, barren landscape. Camels are uniquely suited for desert survival, with long legs that keep their bodies away from the hot sand, and wide, padded feet that allow them to walk across soft dunes without sinking. While many people believe that camels store water in their humps, these humps actually store fat, which the camel can convert into energy when food is scarce. Camels can drink up to 40 liters of water in one go, allowing them to go for days or even weeks without needing more. Their thick fur insulates them from the sun's intense heat during the day and keeps them warm during the cold desert nights, making them one of the most efficient and enduring animals in the desert. Camels, partners in survival for desert people. For thousands of years, camels have been essential to the people of the Sahara and surrounding regions. Domesticated around 3,000 years ago, camels became the backbone of trade networks that connected the Sahara to Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. Caravans of camels carried goods like salt, spices, and textiles, making it possible to exchange not only commodities, but also cultures. Camels also played a key role in exploration, enabling people to traverse the harsh desert in search of new opportunities. Today, camels remain vital in desert communities, used for transportation, agriculture, and even entertainment. In some parts of the Middle East, camel races are a celebrated tradition, showcasing the incredible speed and endurance of these remarkable animals. The Sahara Desert is a place of extremes, where life has adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. Its rich history, diverse ecosystems, and cultural significance make it a fascinating place. From the resilient plants and animals that thrive in the desert to the nomadic peoples who have learned to survive in its vastness, the Sahara is a powerful symbol of adaptation. Its ever-shifting sands, ancient rock art, and towering dunes offer glimpses into a past when the Sahara was greener, while its mineral wealth and unique ecosystems continue to shape its future. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Sahara, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more incredible journeys through the world's most amazing places. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.